So we just made history, y'all. We just made history in New York City because we now have our first black emoji. We got our first black emoji, y'all. And this emoji is an emoji that you would send if somebody has deeply offended you, or if you feel like you're a victim of the conversation in the text message, right? You would send this emoji if you feel like there is always something bad about to happen to you. This is the emoji that you would send, man. She copping hard, y'all. She's copping hard. What is up, good people? On another Friday night, I appreciate you guys entering into another deprogram. Deprogramming minds while we transforming and lighting every man with the truth. Please like, subscribe, comment, and then share this video with your friends so we can grow this YouTube channel together. Look, y'all, this is going to be a little bit on the lighter side. It's not going to be quite as long as my last. I don't know. Maybe it might end up around the same time. I don't know. Anyway, just going to talk about some things on the surface, man, where everybody's talking about, kind of catching up on the news a little bit. And so I'm going to jump right into it, y'all. I'm going to jump right into it. But y'all know, man, I love doing videos with Jesse. Jesse Waters, he is very witty, man. And he's very thorough. You know what I'm saying? When he's talking about whatever subject, Jesse always brings it. So I want you guys to check this out, man, because I mean, I know for the last couple of videos, man, you know, I've been a little bit deeper in the water, but I'm coming up to the surface, man, because this is just stupid. They're putting anything in front of us, man, and thinking that, you know, we're supposed to just be cool with it. They still trying to keep this woke DEI garbage continuing. Oh, what's so DEI about the statue? Just look at it. You know, check this out, man.
Democrats have been on a statue jihad since the summer of love. Christopher Columbus, Teddy Roosevelt, George Washington, even Honest Abe, even Frederick Douglass all got torn down. Statues are important.
Y'all remember that? They was tearing down every statue that this nation had as far as history, real history. People with accomplishments, whether they had faults or not, they had accomplishments. What they put up now? Well, I'm gonna let him cook, man.
Important. They tell the American story. But the left wants to desecrate and forget our heroes and erect their own statues. In Times Square, a giant statue of a black woman just went up. And when I heard about the statue, I was open-minded. American heroes come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, all shapes and sizes, man. 3 Buffalo girls running around the outside.
Who is this woman? What did she do to get a statue? A nice one, too. Nothing. This isn't a real person. It's a DEI statue.
That's the DEI I was talking about. I'm reacting to this live, by the way, y'all. I haven't even seen this video. That's the DEI I was talking about. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. This has got to be the inclusion part of DEI. This has got to be the inclusion part. Because listen, y'all know there was a time where overweight people that wasn't on display. That was shameful. You know what I'm saying? You had to go to and not just shameful, but unhealthy. I mean, there's a physician's index about what overweight, how overweight or obesity, you know what I'm saying? How that affects the human body. Now they're just flaunting it like it's okay to be overweight. I thought we had too many people in this nation that was overweight. We're supposed to be fighting an obesity crisis in this country, and they're putting this up. I'm going to let them cook, man. Just let them cook.
The sculptor says she's a fictional character who's meant to contrast the statues of white men in Times Square, like Father Duffy, a World War I hero who actually accomplished something. The artist calls this fake lady a modern-day David. The contrapposto pose of her body and the ease of her stance is a subtle nod to Michelangelo's David. David was a celebration of the human form. Not sure what this statue is celebrating. If you were going to put up a fake statue, why not make her happy and healthy? Not
with a big attitude. Fellas, think about this now. Would you want that to be laying next to you on your pillow? Absolutely not. She looks like she's about to slap somebody's head off. It looks like she's like you're in a bed with her and she's kicking you out of the bed saying, "Go downstairs and give me some syrup. I want a spoon too." I mean, sick, man.
Not slap a big scowl on her face and her hands on her hips. This is what they want us to aspire to be? If you work hard, you can be overweight and anonymous? They don't like real statues because it reminds them of our society's merit-based system. They want a society based on equity, where achievement isn't celebrated, equal outcomes are. So they celebrate mediocrity instead of triumph. Our nation has hundreds of statues honoring Black Americans, as we should. Harriet Tubman, Duke Ellington, Jackie Robinson, Rosa Parks. We could go on and on and on. But they built a statue in Times Square. They could have done it for Michelle Obama or Kamala Harris or Oprah Winfrey. Usually you have to earn a statue.
Then they got to put a statue up of ugliness, not just exterior. I'm talking about interior too. Look at her attitude. Why we got to have a statue of Black woman ugliness? You know why? Because we have beautiful Black women in this country that they do not want being represented. They don't want those young and beautiful and old and other Black women. They don't want those women to be what's represented in this country. They want the upset, the overweight, because I don't feel like going to the gym, the high calorie Black woman to be representing all Black women. This is a disgrace. Black women, you should be disgraced about this. And these people that's taking pictures, I mean, I saw people in front of the statue, clicking them shots, man. They don't care about this. You know what? They're just getting in front of it probably because they were paid to. That's just conjecture. They probably were paid. I mean, I don't trust nothing, man. Everything is so deceptive, right? Everything is so deceptive, man.
I'd give one to Jalen Brunson. He's carrying the Knicks on his back. Anyone but a fake lady. So, what does New York think about the DEI statue?
Do you know who this woman is?
No.
I have no idea, no.
Nope.
Have no
Letitia
idea,
James.
No, I do not.
Do you have
Letitia James / what is that? Like Letitia, what kind of fitting? Letitia / Fanny attitude / I mean, like she's morphed with like a whole lot of different attitudes. She's like a DNA cesspool, man, of bad people.
any idea of maybe something that she accomplished that got her a statue?
Something with equal rights? I don't know.
Something to do with like the Black community.
Part of the BLM movement?
But what if I told you she accomplished nothing?
Really?
It's supposed to embody everybody. Does that make sense to you?
No.
I think I feel totally represented by that.
You do?
No.
I feel like it's a good representation for New York, especially because it's towards the BBW women and a lot
I'm
of
sorry,
people,
what's BBW?
big Black, like the big Black.
She said, I thought she was going to say big Black gorilla.
Black
Let's see
women.
what she said.
What do you think
I'm
about
going
her
to back
pose?
it up.
Is that
I feel like it's a good representation for New York, especially because it's towards the BBW women and a lot
I'm
of
sorry,
people,
what's BBW?
big Black, like the big Black women.
What do
She
you think about
almost
her
said
pose?
gorilla,
Is that a
man.
good pose?
No, I don't think she's happy to be here.
People are comparing it to Michelangelo.
I mean, think about it. Why would you want to contrast a negative attitude 24/7? Negative attitude 24/7 in the streets, just that's emanating off of this statue, man. And you can't move it. So you got to deal with that thing on your way to work, on your way home. right? You're trying to have a great day, and then you got to go by that great big negative vibe every evening, man. Every evening and every morning, that's what you see.
Angelo's David. How do you think it stacks up?
She's wearing more clothes.
She's not naked. No.
Would it be better if she were?
That's a tough question.
Who do you think she voted for?
I would say Trump.
I think she voted for Trump.
Probably Kamala.
Why do you think that?
Black Lives Matter.
Probably didn't vote
Why?
because she's stuck here the whole day. She couldn't get to the polls.
How does she make you feel?
Like a baddie.
What a beautiful piece, standing in the middle of Times Square. What a beautiful time.
Jimmy Fail is the host of Fox News Saturday Night.
There it is.
Have you checked this statue out?
I have watched it. It is not quite Michelangelo's David. It's more like Michelangelo's Lizzo, if we're going to be honest. And when I say Michelangelo, I mean the migrant dressed as the Ninja Turtle, Michelangelo.
Oh, that Michelangelo.
That's hanging out in Times
The
Square.
one that my son plays with.
Amen. Everything wrong with liberals is they're into slacktivism over activism, meaning this is supposed to be outreach to the minority community, changing a statue. But you don't improve test scores or lower crime by changing what a pigeon goes potty on in the park. Because that's ultimately what a statue, that's its impact on society, is it's a rest.
Oh, they're going to do their best to keep that boy clean. She's going to be bronzed off, brushed off, washed off, power washed off every day. They can't have bird poop on this one.
Room for things that fly. But you understand, it's called, I love this. I looked at the placard. It's called Grounded in the Stars. That's what this is supposed to mean.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a fancy way of saying you're grounded in weed and bum pee, because what is in Times Square right now? And if you wanted to make a statue that memorialized the women of Times Square, it would be a hooker with an Adam's apple. Let's be honest. This is embarrassing.
It's insulting. Because there's so many other great statues you could put up, black, white, skinny, obese. It doesn't matter. It's about the accomplishment, not what they look like. It's just an identity politics statue.
It's total scam. Think about it.
Man, that's powerful. It is an identity politics, exactly, statue. An identity, it's all about identity. In this case, a negative identity.
DC has a statue of Marion Barry. He was elected mayor twice. Now, the statue does have a crack in it. Hey, there it is. And you know how you mentioned maybe we should make one for Michelle Obama? That is actually a no, because she would complain forever. Would you want to be that sculptor? Yo, she is the Meghan Markle of politics. She complained about everything. But the point is, there are people to honor, and there's really one point. When you tear down statues, what people don't get is, yes, those folks didn't share our values. But the reason our values evolved is because of those folks. They were the best people in the world at the time who moved the ball forward on behalf of this country. That's why it's a scam. What did she move forward besides a rolling pin on a pie she was making?
Are you sure this isn't Tish James?
I mean, think about it, y'all. Remember, they didn't want Aunt Jemima's face on there. They didn't want, what's the guy with the Uncle Ben's? Right? They had a problem with his face. And they accomplished something. They accomplished something, whether they accomplished it actually or just had their face on a box of accomplishment. I think they were actual people. But whether they accomplished it or not, they were on a box or a bottle of syrup of accomplishment. There is no accomplishment at all. Just a finished statue. That's all. He accomplished the job of finishing a nothing fake person statue. Who wants to see fake people with a bad attitude? The only thing real about this statue that's not fake is the bad attitude.
No. You want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because she would have been devaluing the value of the statue, saying it was only worth $4 million and it was probably worth 12.
So that's all I got for you guys tonight, man. Listen, comment down in the comment section and let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this is going to be normal going forward? In other words, you don't have to accomplish anything to have a statue after you, right? We're going to start putting up emoji statues, representing our feelings, representing something that we want to lash back out at or to try to communicate with the public through emoji statues, because that's what I'm calling it. I love you guys from the top of my heart all the way to the bottom. This is DMG. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace.